Hmm. Embassy of Molly and Wade. Oh, that's cute. Hey, everybody. I underestimated them. That's a cute little build. Hey, everybody. MntDewMania here, and welcome back to my rant of the week. That is just a cute little thingamabob. Um, I've just been walking around the town that I live in, Galfrey, or remember how you say it. Dana, the admin, always laughs at me because apparently I say it wrong. But I'm just walking around, looking at different builds. Sometimes you can walk around and get really cool ideas because I tend to underestimate myself when I build in Minecraft because to me I suck. And everybody says I do decently. No, you build fine. I'm like, no. And I tend to underestimate myself a lot. I think a lot of us do that. Um, we are our own worst critics, to be perfectly honest. So, can you guess what today's rant is about? Yeah. Today's rant is you, and you stands for underestimated. Yeah. And I went on the handy dandy dictionary.com and I found the definition for you. To make an estimate lower than that which would be correct. And of course, so to clarify what I'm talking about, some synonyms are undervalue, underrate, misjudge, miscalculate. Okay. So, but we do that a lot, don't we? To ourselves, really. I mean, we don't need anybody else to underestimate us. We do it to ourselves. It's a weird little house. Um, and I mean, it's not that we're like negative people, or I mean, we all walk around thinking we're in this self-loathing. We think we're all idiots. We're not. It's just that people tend to underestimate themselves when they face something. It could be anything. It could be a project at work. It could be a project at school, playing a sport, anything where we have to meet a challenge. We tend to automatically underestimate ourselves and not give ourselves enough credit. And if you ever wonder what the town where I live looks like, check it out. Very nice. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, I just and I do it. I do it all the time. I totally sometimes just underestimate myself. And we're all guilty of it. And we're guilty of underestimating other people too. I have often been surprised, and I will tell you somebody that, and I shouldn't. I tell you somebody that I really underestimate a lot and I'll be perfectly honest with you about it, is my son. Wildfire Bird. My son Connor, he's 15, and he is a high. I guess he's been. I wouldn't say diagnosed. I don't want to say diagnosed, but he is a high functioning autistic. He is like if autism was here, and just normal was here, you could throw a rock at either one and you would hit it and be right. He's just a borderline high functioning autistic. So he tends to be very withdrawn. He plays his games. He interacts more online with people than he only has like one or two really really good friends, and he's oblivious to everything else. And I really do. And people just underestimate him, and I mean I do too. To Yeah, I mean I'm ashamed to say it, but I do. I mean I'm being perfectly brutally honest with you, and because not that I think he's dumb or anything like that, but I worry about how he is going to function in the world. And of course, you want your kids to be healthy and get a good job and have a good life. But he continuously surprises me. He has to be in like some of the special classes. at school, and I know he gets picked on. He never says anything, but I know it. And I've believe me, I have fought battles with teachers and who underestimate him. And then at the all through school he goes, and I mean it's just F's and F's and F's, and he's just I just get so worried, and I'm like, he's just never going to get it. And at the end of school testing, he makes A's and B's on all the, so he and I'm just sitting there with my mouth in my lap. It drops open, and I'm like, I, I totally, and I feel so bad. I mean, it's not that I hope I'm not a bad mother, but I continuously just underestimate him, and he surprises me every time. And and I'm just like, I'm an idiot. And he just looks at me and rolls his eyes. He goes, "That's okay, Mom. I showed you." And I just bust out laughing every time, and he does. And then we go and we have some fun together, which is something else that you should not underestimate: the importance of having fun. So, after a stressful day at school, stressful day at work, you have got to have some fun in your life. It cannot be about the grind 24/7, which is something else that and I freely admit this. I am not a parent who grade pushes. I could care less if my son makes straight A's or his own. I mean, I was on the dean's list just about every year I was in college, but that means nothing as to what sort of person you turn out to be. So I cannot stress enough: do not underestimate taking time for yourself and having fun. You need to do that. Um, you need to unwind and relax and just have fun. Have fun with your kids. Go fishing. Go camping. Do not make the mistake of keeping your nose to the grindstone, and you look up and you're 50 years old. Your kids are grown, and you got grandkids. You're like, well, what happened to my whole life? Wait a minute, I was going to do. Well, guess what? You just spent it doing this, and you could have been, you know, relaxed and a few ulcers less than what you have now because you underestimated, how much time you had left, and you definitely underestimated the importance of having fun. It doesn't matter what it is. Read a book, work a puzzle, play Minecraft. This is how I have fun. This is my relaxing, having fun. You know, so don't underestimate that either. So don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate having fun. Um, Something else, and you should. I mean, and you have the instinct to know that it's there, but you tend to ignore it. So don't underestimate the power of your own instinct. You know you better than anybody. You know what you're capable of. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care what the jerk off, kids at school say. I don't care what, I mean, if you've got, hope, God forbid, I hope not. I mean, you've got like parents that just neglect you, or just, they could care less if you're in the world. I hope that's not the case. But, people that put you down, you don't need that in your life. Do not let that affect your universe. And you have the instinct to know your own self worth. Okay? And trust it. When those little hair, I mean, for anything, trust yourself and don't underestimate your ability to get out of a situation. You know what I'm saying? You know you're smart enough. You know you are. You can handle it. If you stop, take a deep breath, and think about something, chances are you're smart enough to figure it out. Or you have some pretty good directional, ideas on where to go. Okay, so don't underestimate yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Well, I'm just dumb. I don't know. I don't know how to figure this out. Yes, you do. Sure, you do. You just have to step back and think about it. I recently told somebody, and I've always told my daughter and my son this. Um, This right here, okay? This is my universe. And when I'm saying that, my arms are outstretched. Okay, this little space around me, this is my bubble. This is my universe. And I am in charge of it. It is mine. And I allow what happens in it. Okay? So, all the negative Nellies, y'all go on. I don't need you in my universe. You're not going to affect it. So, I make lists. And I recently told somebody this. They were having a really bad time. I said, what you need to do is I'm OCD. You guys know that. You make lists. Okay? If you're depressed and you're underestimating your own ability to do anything, you make lists. This is what I have that I know of. Okay? Money, job, stuff, whatever. This is what I need. Okay? This is what I want. And you do lists 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Okay? Right now, I have this. I need this in order to get to these goals right here. In the future, I want this so I can get to these goals. Okay? It's that simple. And you may not think you have, again, you're going to underestimate yourself. You're going to say, well, I don't have anything. Sure, you do. Think about it. Sure, you do. And I'm not talking material stuff. I mean, yeah. Okay, let's say you want to make videos. Okay? For YouTube. Okay, what do you have? Well, okay, I've got a computer, but it's a crappy computer. Okay, but you have one, right? Okay. Now, what do you need in order to make decent videos? Okay, I need software. In 6 months, will you be able to get that software? Well, I have a part-time job. Okay, then that's your goal. Don't look at anything else. Don't underestimate your ability to focus and get that. Then, now you got something you check off. Now you want a better computer. Okay, in 1 year, you want a gaming computer so you can do YouTube videos. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But people will continuously get to this first or second part and they just give up because they underestimate their own ability to do it. It's all about focus. It's all about what you allow to happen in your universe. And if you let people underestimate you and you believe it, you start underestimating yourself and it's not going to happen for you. Okay? So all that negativity and bullcrap, you just throw it right out the door and tell them you do not want it in your universe. Alright? And people will oppose you. Okay? Never underestimate your opposition either. If you want this job or you want this, there is going to be somebody else that wants it just as bad, if not more. Do not underestimate what they will do to get it, or the lengths they will go to get it. Okay? I'm not saying that you have to be dirty and nasty or whatever to get that job or, lie, cheat, and steal. But never underestimate the other person either. Okay? So, that's just, there are so many aspects to underestimating. Parents, here's one for you. Okay? Don't underestimate your kids. Don't be condescending. Just because they are kids, just because they are young children, does not mean that they are stupid. That is a mistake I am guilty of, and I will raise my hand and admit it. I've done it time and time again, and I've fell on my face time and time again because of it. Because I totally underestimated my kids' abilities. And that's nobody's fault but mine. So just because you were young once, you've been there, you know it. You need to remember it when you're talking to your kids, and do not think the kids are so much smarter than we are. Things that I knew in high school and college, these kids are being made aware of and already street savvy, if you will, about it in third and fourth grade. It's a whole new world. So do not underestimate. Okay, when you, let's say you lose your job and you want to keep it from your kids, of course, you don't want anybody to worry or panic or anything, but don't underestimate their abilities to, if nothing else, morally help you through it. Okay? So, I mean, we tend to, oh, well, they're kids, they don't get it. Hey, yeah, they get it. They probably get it more than we do. So, no, don't underestimate somebody because of age, abilities, okay? Mental or physical. Do I have seen some um, special needs kids blew my mind. I have seen people with disabilities conquer things that even as a semi-healthy, and I'm talking with all my limbs and eyesight and hearing, I have seen people conquer stuff I wouldn't even attempt to do. There's no way. There is no way that I would have the courage or, and I'm probably right now underestimating myself. So, see, it's just, it can become a vicious circle that just, I mean, it's just like a whirlpool and it just drags us down. And we let it. We do it. We jump into the damn whirlpool ourselves. Nobody pushes us in. We say yeehaw and jump the hell right in. Okay? So, but most of all, the top of my list, okay, don't, never, okay, never, don't, never, never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Because I am telling you, people, just when you say to yourself, okay, I've focused, I totally quit underestimating myself, I am on my path, I know what I need to do to get there, and there is going to be some stupid idiot in your way that you, in a million years you would never thought they could have been so idiotic to do what they just did. And you just sit there and your mouth drops open and you just stare at them. How on earth do you even take a breath? It never fails. Every time I say I have seen it all, and there cannot be anybody dumber on this planet, I get surprised every time. Um, I really worry for the human race sometimes. I'm not kidding you. So, there you go, guys. U is for underestimated. And we do it a lot to ourselves, we do it a lot to others when we really shouldn't do it at all. I'm just as guilty as anybody else, and hopefully, I can not do it so much. I would like to think that the humans as a race can get ourselves together, um, but I'm trying not to underestimate the stupidity. How stupid we are, because we are. We might be at the top of the food chain, but sometimes we are at the bottom of the brain list. I ain't kidding you. So don't underestimate yourself, guys. You know in your hearts and in your minds what you're good at and how to get to where you want to go. You know you are. I know you are. So with that being said, this is MntDewMania, and I hope you enjoyed the rant today. And this rant is courtesy of Mars Adams. He is a subscriber of mine, and he really apparently likes my rants on Friday. So thank you, Mars. Appreciate all your comments. He's been with me for a long time, and he put in the comments of the last one. He put in a couple of, is you going to be for this? Is you going to be for that? And one of them was underestimated, so I chose that. So thank you, Mars, for the idea. I totally appreciate it. Shout out to you, my friend. And until next time, guys, this is MntDewMania, live from Vox Populi, my little home away from home, in front of my little house, which is really, really ugly. I need to learn to build, guys. And I am so out of here. Later.